Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So much is changing right now. I know you guys are probably used to like skits or like my comedy show. I'm growing. I just turned 27. My career is growing and things are changing. So I want you guys to grow with the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more interactive things, especially when it comes to the book. I'm releasing a book. It is actually a memoir of my time in foster care. It's called Water the State, and it's actually, we're doing a Kickstarter right now to get pre-orders done, and actually that's what this video is going to be about, but we'll get back to that in a quick second. Before we do that, I want to take the time out to thank every single one of you. I know some of you guys have been with me from the beginning. I know some of you guys are new. I'm gonna do my best to be more personal with you guys on YouTube here because you are my biggest following. But if you know me, you guys know I love Instagram. So, and I love Instagram stories. Like, should I do YouTube stories? I don't know. Every time I post something on YouTube, you guys don't watch it. Let me know. Leave it, let me know what you guys want to see in the comment, and that way I can give you guys more content. So also let me know what you want to see. I really want to know what you guys want to see. But let's get started with Water the State. So what Water the State is if you didn't know, I was in foster care from the age of about 6 to about 10. So a good 4 years of my life I spent in dozens of foster homes, and some were great foster homes. Other were horrible foster homes where I experienced so much abuse that I wouldn't wish it on any human, especially a child. But with that being said, I put my all into this book. This book has taken me 5 years to write. It's so exhausting to write. It's so exhausting to pull up those memories that I have suppressed for so long to become the strong individual that I am today. If you know me from cut.com or from my comedy, you guys know that I do joke about my past, but I don't really share a whole lot of it. So instead of making videos about my past, I decided to create this book. And I feel like this book is just not for me. This book is for every foster child that is in this country, and we have over 450,000 of them, just alone in our country. It's for every child who feels unloved and feels unappreciated and feels like they don't have a family and they don't have a permanent place in society. So I'm gonna go over some questions with you guys because I've gotten a lot of DMs and I've gotten a lot of emails about what exactly is Kickstarter, when is the book coming out, when will you get it? So the book will be coming out officially in print in January 2020. Online version might be available before then, but the book will be published and out January 2020. We're shooting for the first, but we do know, and I have spoken to the editor, we will have it done before the end of January 2020. So the book is coming out January 2020. What am I working on at this stage? So at this stage in the process, I have 99% of the book written. I'm writing my last 2 chapters as we speak, and I submit my manuscript over to the editor. The editor does her first edit. She sends it back. I fill in things that she feels like it's missing, and then I send it back for a photo or a copy edit. A copy edit just means grammar. She looks over everything. After the copy edit gets approved, the regular edit gets approved, then we start doing all the nitty-gritties of getting barcodes and getting on Amazon and all that stuff. But the majority of the rough part is done. It's the book. The book is written. This book. I have it pulled up right here. I'll do like kind of how when you throw a dart at a map, I'm just gonna scroll. There's a lot of pages, so I'm scrolling right now on my computer. I'm not gonna try to look. Scroll. Okay, stop. Okay, so where I am, I'm gonna read this chapter where I am. I was awoken by a gentle nudge. It was Lindsay. She had brought up some oatmeal and toast with the orange juice for breakfast. As I was eating, Lindsay started to pack my clothes and packing my stuff because I was going to Mrs. Jones today. I jumped out of bed, grabbing her hand, crying, and asked why they decided not to adopt me. I was crying so hard, one of those gut cries, you know, the ones that make you lose your breath. Lindsay looked confused and pulled her hand back. Tears started to well into her eyes as she asked me why I thought they were going to adopt me in the first place. I told her Gary had told me that he would adopt me because I was such a good kid. I knew that was a lie. I knew that what I had promised to keep my mouth shut in the secrets in hopes of being adopted by them. Lindsay lost her temper for the first time and yelled, since I'd been there, and yelled, why the fuck would he tell you that? She stormed out of my room and I followed her, plate in hand, from my breakfast. Ooh, so sorry if that me reading was a little bit choppy, but that's just, this scene in the book is I'm at a foster home, and actually you're gonna have to read the book. You're gonna read the book, but that was just a snippet. Let's see, we have some other questions that you guys are doing. So like, what am I working on this month? So like I just said, finishing the book. How did the idea of my current project, so how did the idea of Word of the State come to me? Word of the State came to me because, first of all, the name of the book was originally something else, and I changed it. I actually changed it because of a joke I told at Laughs Comedy Club in Seattle. And it was this joke, and the punchline was, the joke was, all of my friends back when I was in middle school and elementary, Harry Potter was popular and all of our friends chose a house. And some people said they were Hufflepuff, other people say they were Gryffindor or Slytherin. And I would say I'm a ward of the state to kind of break the ice and to kind of like stand out, because I knew I was a foster child and I got picked on about being a foster child. So that joke resonated so much with me that I was like ward of the state, because like that's what I felt like when I was literally property of the state of Michigan. So the idea came to me because when I was in college, I just knew that I had a story. I knew as I was living it, not so much my foster care life, I was just really trying to survive, but by the time I was 16, 17, 18, I knew that this is a story. Like, I had seen Antoine Fisher, I have read books like A Child Called It by David Peltzer, and I really related with those people and those true stories, because I was like, wow, that's me. I remember living the life in fucking A Child Called It and reading A Child Called It and be like, yo, this is like my life in foster care right now. So I always knew early that I would write a book. It was just the process and the consistency of really just writing this book and making sure that I was consistent with it. So yeah, like the idea was always, there really was an idea. This book is not entertainment. Some parts of it is funny. Christopher has read it and he chuckles at some parts, but this is my story. And that's really what I wanted to make sure that I separate from me as an entertainer and me as an author. Me as an author, I'm not giving this to you for entertainment value. I'm giving this to you so you can understand me better as an artist. And that's how I feel. What was the most helpful feedback that I have gotten so far? The most helpful feedback that I have gotten so far is that it's okay. Your story can be a mistake. So if it doesn't make perfect sense, that's when you work with your editor and you make it make sense. But if you want it, like, there's parts of my book where I don't want quotations. I just want like indirect dialogue where it just still feels like I'm speaking in my brain to you. And grammatically it doesn't make sense. But creatively, I feel like writing, fuck the rules. And that's everything. If you guys follow me, you know I'm very cool with fucking the rules. Like, fuck what someone says that you can't do. You can't start a YouTube channel, Karlos, and be successful. I did it. You can't you can't leave your full-time job and become a full-time entertainer. I've done it. You can't become a stand-up comedian. I've done it. So I say fuck the norms. I have a lot of things that are be coming from this book that, like, it's going to be a lot of first. and I want to break barriers, and I want to break down walls, and I want to break expectations. And that's what I'm excited to do, is just like break all of those fucking expectations and just be like, this is what we're doing and this is the new normal. So the most helpful feedback that I have gotten is just fuck what people have to say, do it your way. And that's, one of my friends said that, like, there, you don't have to follow, don't look at other books or other stories to make that as a I don't know, like a rubric of sorts for your book. Your book can be something completely different. And when you guys get this book in January, you're going to notice how different it is, how interactive. That's something that I'm going to do for this book, especially because I am a podcaster and I am an entertainer. I feel like that I need to give this book in several different platforms. So we're going to have it be on Audible, but it's going to be a very interesting twist on Audible that I don't think a lot of people are expecting. So if you're an Audible person eventually, I want to do a video of it, but I don't want to just do a half-ass video of my life story, just like I'm not doing a half-ass releasing of this book, which is one reason why I started the pre-orders on Kickstarter, is because this is my biggest investment I've ever done. And I've made some pretty big ballsy investments in my business life, but this is the biggest investment that I've ever done, and I'm proud of it, and I want to share it with you, but I also need you guys to help support and invest in me. Just invest in me, you know? Have I experienced any setbacks since I started writing the book? Yes, I have experienced a couple. Sorry guys, we live in the city now. So we might hear some sirens. Okay, are they gone? Are they gone? I don't know, are they gone? I can still hear them. We'll just wait. Have I experienced any setbacks writing the book? Yes, I have experienced setbacks. A couple of setbacks that I have experienced is the death of my mom and my sister. This book was actually, if you guys want to follow, no, that's the fire truck. I think it's going away. So like I was saying, when my mom and my sister died, it was so fucking hard. I'm gonna put this pillow behind me. It was so hard because I had to like spend money like burying two people, which was, and thank you guys so much. If you helped with the GoFundMe, oh my God, you do not know how much that helped. Oh my God, you don't know how much that helped me, and I don't know what I would have done without your help. So if you helped me through that with the GoFundMe, thank you so much. I don't know if I can ever thank you guys enough, but it was still very expensive just to be there for 15 days, to cremate them both, and to have a proper funeral that my family wanted. And then emotionally, a lot of things happen and a lot of feelings, like just like in every funeral, come up. So I spent a lot of emotional time and financial time in Detroit dealing with that, and that set back my project by months. This project was projected to be done early September of last year, end of October of last year, because we were trying to roll it out around January of last year, and so much have happened. I experienced police brutality 2 years ago. Yeah, so like everything is really, the last year and a half, 2 years has just been really, really rough. And this is the time in my life now where my career is successful. I am emotionally ready, and I was emotionally ready to finish this book. And then I think I also was just at a better headspace overall. So setbacks, I think the setbacks for this book was just life. But the thing about books is that, and what a lot of people don't do, is just simply finish them, which is why I'm so excited that I have done it. I finished this book, and it's going to be to you guys soon. Let's do one more. What am I looking on starting on next? So what I'm looking forward to, guys, is actually doing a bomb-ass book trailer. I know that you guys think you got the book trailer, but that was the pre-trailer. Because you guys know I love just dropping little gems. If you've been following me, you know I love to just drop hints. So the trailer that you saw was kind of like a pre-trailer. The trailer that will be the actual trailer for the book will look like a movie trailer. Like, I have big ideas for this trailer. I want it to be really nice. So we're gonna invest in the book. We're gonna invest in the trailer. I'm gonna invest in myself. And that's where we're going next. I need your help to invest in all of this to make this the greatest thing. Because once you guys read this book, you're never gonna not remember this story and these experiences. And the way I wrote it, it's like you're there with me. So, Kickstarter. How does Kickstarter work? So a lot of people don't know how Kickstarter works. The way that Kickstarter works is you come up with a goal amount that you have. For this project for Water the State, our goal was $1,000. Right now, we're doing amazing. So what they do is they give you a total of, I believe, 60 days, so 2 months, to back your project. And you can do any type of advertisement. I've even gone as far as with other people's projects. Some lady was trying to get her a children's book produced, and she was, I think, $30 away. And she's like, I will pledge $25 if you pledge $25 for a pledge per pledge. And I was like, okay, great. I don't really want the book, but I just love her hustle, and I love the fact that like she was willing to do that to back. Like, you could tell she was compassionate. She was passionate, or not compassionate. She was passionate about her project. So Kickstarter gives you 60 days to back your project. Right now, we're at, I believe, 39% out of 100%. So we have $375 pledged so far. And there's different things that you can do to pledge, which is why I wanted to make this video about Kickstarter and what it was and how you could help. Because I understand not everyone wants to buy the book. Not everyone can buy the book. But I know that everyone, if you're watching this, at some point in your life or at some point, you do like me. But no, for real, like, if you do want to show any support, I would love it. And if not, I love you just for watching it and you being this type of supporter and just being there and leaving comments and reviews. But if you want to go a step further and actually see this project come through fruition, there's different things that you can do, and there are different pledge levels. So the first pledge, you don't even have to, you can make a pledge of like 15 cents up to any amount of money that you want without a reward. Now, what a reward is for Kickstarter is the certain amounts that you pledge, you get an award. And we're gonna break down what these awards are. All right, so if you pledge $1 or more, you get an emailed thank you note. $1 will make me holla, honey boo boo. So this is one of the best ways to show your support for me without breaking the bank. Literally leave $1. Everyone has 4 quarters in the couch. What's cool also about Kickstarter is that if I don't come out with the book, you guys get your money back. So it's not GoFundMe, and that's what a lot of people are confused about. They think that Kickstarter is GoFundMe, and that's not the case. GoFundMe is a charity crowd fundraising website. Kickstarter is a product crowd fundraising website. So if I don't produce the product that I'm promising you, you guys get all of your money back that you pledged, no questions asked. I actually don't even think that you get charged until I finish. Oh, that's another thing. Also, very important. If I do not make my goal of $1,000, then I have to give all the money gets given back. So it kind of becomes useless. That's why that lady was so close, because she had like $30. She was just asking people just pledge to pledge. She was pledging. And the thing is, you can't pledge to your own, because I already tried. I was like, oh, I can put a couple $100s on. Kickstarter doesn't allow you to pledge to your own account. So that pledge per pledge thing I was talking about earlier actually works. So let's kind of do a little recap. The goal is $1,000. I have 2 months to raise that $1,000 from the different pledge levels. If I don't make that 1,000, did I say 1,000? Shit, I make math. Focus here, Karlos. I made myself confused. See, this is why I'm not a mathematician. My goal is $1,000. I have 2 months to produce those two. See, that's where I fucked myself up. I have 2 months to produce those $1,000. So if I don't meet my goal at the end of the 2 months, all the money gets given back. So if I do meet my goal, I have until January to produce the book to you guys, which is what I have promised for the Kickstarter. If I don't produce the book to you by January, you get your money back. That's what I was trying to say. Ooh, child. So let's go over to the different pledges. We just went over the $1 pledge. Then there's a $3 pledge, which I think is pretty dope, especially if you are trying to grow your social media account, if you want to be a YouTube star yourself, or if you just like want to just be seen on my YouTube and my different social media accounts. It's a $3 social media shout out. So I will give you a personal shout out on my social media platforms. That's Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And those posts will stay up for 24 hours. And that's pretty dope for $3. So let's move on to $5. For $5 or more, if you pledge $5 or more, you get a custom bookmark. These bookmarks are going to be custom made by me. I'm actually getting them printed by a printer here in Seattle. They're super cute, they're super unique, and they're exclusively to the book. So once you see the bookmarks, it's going to make sense that the bookmarks are from the book. And it kind of gives you something to look at to relate to the book. So I'm glad that I'm excited to share them with you. They're only $5. So if you pledge $5 or more, you get a bookmark. If you pledge $10 or more, you get a signed photo of me. So you get the book cover. So the book cover is super cute. Look at it right here. Super adorable. You get that book cover, probably like an 8x10, and a signed copy with a little note on the back if you pledge $10 or more. That's super cute. You can frame it, you can keep it, because I will be a New York Times bestseller. Trust and believe. I just feel it. Like I could just feel it in my soul and my spirit. So you're gonna want this book cover at least if you don't buy the book. So if you pledge $15 or more, which we already have one backer who's done this, you get to Skype with me, and with the Skype we will record that Skype conversation, and you can keep it for your own archives. You can keep it and like make your own YouTube video about how you spoke to Karlos. I don't know, like you can talk to me personally. Even if you don't want to record it, we can just keep it personal between you and I. But if you ever just wanted like 15 minutes I think it's 10 minutes. If you want like just 10 minutes of my undivided attention about something, and also you want to help support back this project, you can just pledge $15. Let's move on. $20 or more. So if you pledge $20 or more, there will be a coffee table modeling book. So it has all of my modeling shots that have not been released. I have tons and tons of photos that I haven't released on any platforms. And then some of them are going to be actually new photos that I get exclusively done for the book. And you will get a coffee table version of these photos. And it's just a great keepsake. It's a very attractive book. Yeah, so that's that. If you pledge $25 or more, you will get 15 minutes of fame. And with that, you can come on Kicking It with Chris and Karlos, and you get 15 minutes to just kick it with us on a podcast. I think that's super dope. If you've ever listened to our podcast, it's raunchy, it's dirty, it's funny, political, it's smart, it's everything. I think it's me. It really describes the podcast describes me well. So if you pledge $25 or more, you get and you choose this pledge. So if you have to choose this particular pledge on Kickstarter. If you go on Kickstarter, the website's super simple, and you can definitely navigate it without many concerns. So the next level is the actual book. If you pledge $50, you get a signed hard copy of the book with a personal note, a handwritten thank you note, and there will be there's going to be an Easter egg for you people who pre-order the book. This Easter egg I'm going to let you guys know what it is, only on this video exclusively. I'm not going to make any advertisements about it. So if you want to know what the Easter egg is, come and watch the video, okay? So the Easter egg that I am putting in the book is letters that I wrote to my mom that she kept while I was in foster care. And the thing that's crazy was I had written the book. I had written like 3/4 of the book before my mom died. And after she died, I got all of these photos and all of and stuff, and I had like a folder with my name on it. and I looked in the folder, and there were letters that I wrote her from when I was in foster care about the time. So literally, you guys have a letter from me, writing from me to my mom, but you are going to be reading about what's happening while I was writing that letter. And when I realized what happened, because there were stories, like there was one field trip that I went on, and I was telling my mom about my field trip in the book, and something happened during that field trip, and I was writing about it in the book, but then I had the letter that I totally forgot. Like, I remember I used to write my mom's letters, but I don't remember like exactly what I said. So it was really cool to see those two things collide. So if you pre-order the book, that's one of the Easter eggs you get. You get the actual book in hard copy. You get one of the first hard copy personal signed books from me, and a handwritten thank you note as well. That'll be personalized to you. So the book itself is not going to be $50 when it comes out, but you get so much more when you pre-order. And I'm not going to release those letters I'm not going to release those letters after the book is produced. It's only going to be for the pre-order. So literally, like, if you don't pre-order, you don't get to read those letters unless you know someone personally who pre-ordered the book. So that's why I'm really making it like, if you really like, and you're gonna kind of want these letters, because these letters, I read some of them to my friends and showed them some of the book, and they're like, yo, your story makes so much more sense now that you have these letters. So if you want to deep dive and like do some research on Karlos, pre-order the book, get the letters. You didn't hear it anywhere but here at this video, okay? All right, so we have 3 more levels. So we've actually had a couple pledgers do this as well. So if you pledge $150, you not only get the book, you get a hard copy of the book, you also get your name credited into the book. So by what that means is, at the back of the page, I'm gonna have a special thanks page at the back of the book. I said the back of the page. At the back of the book, I'm gonna have a special thank you page where I'm gonna just be like, special thanks goes to this person, this person, this person, just because like I wouldn't have been able to do this project without their help. And that could be you. So I've already had a couple people already pledge $150 so they can get their hard copy book cover and their name in the book. Like, how special like is that if you get your name in my book forever? It'll be in there forever, like forever. And I think like for $150, you deserve that. And I think that's fucking special. My name is not in it. Well, my name will be on my book, but my name is not in any other books. I wish it was. Okay, now we have 2 more levels. If you pledge $200 or more, I will come to your book club. And that I said on the Kickstarter only in Seattle, but if you are in the Pacific Northwest, Vancouver, Portland, Seattle, I will come to your book club if you pledge $200. So after you've read the book, I know you're gonna have tons of questions, so why not have me answer them personally? So if you have a book club, I already have a couple people who have me on their calendars to come to their book club, or their organization. I know there's a couple people who've reached out from foster care organizations who want me to speak to to foster kids who are in foster care right now. So you can also do that if you pledge $200. So if you're watching this and you know any organizations that need speakers to come in the Pacific Northwest right now, eventually we will do more, or if they can pay for flights and travel, I will go. But for right now, I can only go in the Pacific Northwest because that's where my funding takes me. And the last pledge is if you pledge $1,000. That's my entire goal. So if you are out there, and you are big balling and you want to spend the day with me, if you are out there, you're big balling and you want to spend the day with me, you definitely are going to want to pledge that $1,000. So if you pledge $1,000, you spend a day with Karlos. Either we will fly you out, and this is totally, once you pay the $1,000, it's free for you. Like I come to you or you'll come to me. But the whole incentive of the $1,000 is I knew that I would have some pre-orders. So if you pay the $1,000, that's my whole goal. Oh, trust me, I don't care where you are in the world. I'm buying that ticket and I'm coming to you. So many people say that they would love to have a day with their best friend Karlos, and I will be your best friend for that one day. Now you can, with this reward, You get to spend the entire day with me. I will either fly to your city or you will fly to Seattle, and we will spend a complete 24 hours together. And now, not complete 24 hours. I'm going home to sleep with my husband, but you know what I mean. We will spend the day and the evening, so maybe a good 18 hours, but it's the day. You spend the day with Karlos. And I only have 2 of those because I didn't really want to put these things that weren't realistic, because I do know people out there there were people who pledged, like I said, $150 to get their names in the book. And I was thinking of pledges. I was hoping people would do the $5 bookmarks, but people were actually showing real hard support. So I did things that were really realistic that I could do. So there are only 2 of those $1,000 pledges, because if more than 2 of you do it, I know financially I won't be able to do that many tickets and stuff, but I know I can do 2. And that's everything, guys. Thank you. I want to go back, like I said in the beginning of this video. I really want to thank you guys so freaking much. You really don't know how much this outlet has been for me. How much my YouTube channel has been an outlet. How it got me through my depression. It got me through my court case 2 years ago. Like, this channel has really changed my life, and what I want to do from now on is, instead of trying to make you laugh, I want to make you happy. I want to make you whole. I'm still going to put funny stuff on here. You know, I'm still going to be wild and crazy, but I want to do more vlogs about self-awareness. I want to do more vlogs about just living life and being happy and the trials and tribulations of life. And I think this book and vlogging about this book and my processes through the book it's great. I think this is going to be a good way to start this channel and relaunch it. Before we go, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. Like, leave some love down here, guys. Leave some love. That's one thing you guys really haven't been doing, is leaving a lot of comments. Leave some love. Let me know what you think about what I've been doing in this project in particular, Ward of the State. Also, make sure that you go check out the Kickstarter. I'm going to put the link in here somewhere around here. And go check it out. It's super easy. I'll also put it in the description box. Go check out the Kickstarter. And I don't know, I gotta say I love y'all. I love y'all for real. As Monique would say, I love us for real. Bye, guys.